and welcome back Pisces, and thank you for joining me for another reading. I'll take you straight into that now as we go to the bottom left hand side card there, the Ace of Pentacles. Now that's starting all new foundations and money in your hand there, so significantly you could be hearing news about money or the start of it, because it is a windfall card. It can relate to having a bit of a windfall here, but also it's about having the money in your hand to do the things you want to do. So it gives you a little bit of independence through this card here. But you do follow by the Death card, so just be aware of that. You know it's about winning in the first hand, but it's about losing in the second hand. So don't be just way up there a little bit, because it's about, the Death card is always about things coming to an end and stopping. So although I've got a firm money in your hand, this could come in any form, like redundancies, whether it's a windfall, but it's usually significantly to money we don't have to work for, but followed by ending of things. So we could significantly see that where that could fit in here. So just a little bit of a warning there. Now we do have the Judgment card, and I will say before I go on that it won't apply to everybody. This is, you know, it's not, it won't be it's significant to some but not to others. So just take out the reading what you can actually understand. Now, although I've got ending of things, it's the starting of new, so bringing things to an end at the beginning of new. And you've also got the Judgment card that sits aside of that. That means rising up very quickly and going into new. So all the past is behind us and all the beginnings we've got in front of us. But again, where the Death card is, you know, certain things do come to a close, but I feel like we've got to say that even if you've lost people closely around us, there's a new start for those in the new world, but again, another avenue. But just to note that there's the ending of things, but the beginnings of new. So the Resurrection card, rising up to great things. So I feel like it's almost saying that you know, it's ending of situations and the beginning of new. Now, although I'm rising you up, it's a card to have where the Judgment card is there to say, look, there's great things ahead of us. We're rising above everything and everybody. Any problems we have, we're coming back up there. So the new's being born here for you again. Now you've got the Emperor. Now the Empress is about new ideas. She brings birth she brings life into the world. And again, she's about to set, the seeds have been set, but she likes to see them grow. So she's a nurturing and a growing mother figure around here. So we're nurturing and we're growing, and we're also nurturing mother figures, but we're also, you can see in the cards where you've got a lot of growth with this card, lots of growth with you, lots of maturity. And you know, and also you could hear news of pregnancies because she is a birth card. And now I see the Knight of Swords. Now the Knight of Swords means don't get into any battles you don't need to be drawn into. Now that means you don't go charging in at any cost, because you've got to hold yourself back a little bit here, because somebody might rattle your cage a little bit. But note that you've got to hold back and not charge in, because your Emperor's there. There's always a father figure in here as well. Now where the Emperor sits in here is about, he's a great advisor as the Emperor, but he's also, we've got the Empress and the Emperor can relate to mother figure, father figure. A lot of battles going off there in between them, as you can see, and I know we'll have the Death card that's at the bottom there, so significant, there's a lot of battles going off here. Now the Emperor sits upon his throne, but he also has things to complete as well. So starting projects that need finishing. So don't forget that Pisces, when you start things, we have to see if they're worth completing as well. Although it's a great advisor to have. So seek some advice if you need some, and some help if you need that as well. The High Priestess is showing up there. Now, again, it's a lot of strength and it's a lot of intuition, and this is a great card to have because she can hold on to things, can the Empress, and she's using your intuition. So be guided by things that you feels right for you. Leave things alone that you don't need to go into, but she's a great card to show up as the High Priestess there. Your Magician is already setting you new ideas for you, so intuition and ideas are both on your cards here, and you've got everything to play with the Magician. Although ideas you're playing around with, you can be stuck with them at time, because the Knight of Pentacles is there to say, look, sometimes you might need a little bit of a nudge forward here, because even though you feel stuck in a rut at the moment, you feel like you don't want to move very far, we're going to have to get you trotting along here with your Knight of Cups. So it's like, keep going forward, don't stop, keep going forward, and don't be too hard and stubborn on yourself, because the Emperor and the Knight of Pentacles can relate to a little bit of stubbornness. I'll take you to the back card there, as I can see I pulled for you your major card, which is the Devil. Now the Devil can relate to, you know, very addictive things. We can get addicted very easily to situations, and we can actually carry out things very close to us. We can feel things very easily. Now, he's a very tempting card, is the Devil, and that's why it can become very obsessive. So don't obsess about anything. Escape from any desires that you need to do, and put things to bed and end there. Because although I've got addiction with him, you can break free from anything anytime you wish to do so, because the Knight of Cups is there. Now the Knight of Cups will walk you forward. He's a very proud horse, and you can be proud of yourself and just how far you have covered and how much ground you have gone through. Now it's plodding on, and significantly, you know, uniting shining arm, as we call it, is there, and we are we're plodding along nicely. We're trotting into good things, but you do have to be cautious with the swords there, because all them swords around you, the Seven of Swords, is protecting what's yours, and looking back and thinking, well, I'm plodding on here, and I'm going forward, but I do have to protect. So you might be protecting your ideas or your choices that you're trying to make here, but also it's been a bit wary not to trust everybody around you as well, because although the Devil's at the back of you and your swords are in the middle there, it's protecting what's yours and what's around you, that nobody runs off with anything that belongs to you. So we call him a little bit of the thief in the night. So again, note that everybody's trustworthy around you, so just a little bit of caution to tread there. The Hangman makes sacrifices. It's come for you, so the things you do have to sacrifice, as you've got the Devil there. So you've got to turn you around sometimes, because you'll see things from a different perspective or a different angle there. So try to, even though you've got your swords and protecting what's yours, honest, dishonest, try to reflect on why people do the things in which to do that's around you at this moment. And again, it's turning you upside to have a bit of thinking time and reflect on ideas that you've got, because you do have the world at your feet, because the will cards, and that's changes. So although you're making sacrifices, the world around you is opening up and it's getting bigger. And also I see that it's about completing things. So you don't like things left maybe unsaid, but you don't like things left uncovered. You like things, you're very professional in what you do, and you like things in order, so it's completing things and not leaving things half done. I see that the Queen of Wands is there, and that's a great head upon your shoulders. You've worked hard to be where you are, and your education's paid you off. But again, it's a nurturing card to have, is the Wands. Is the one. She's a very hard working card, very proud again, but again she's a mother. She wants to nurture and mother everything around her. So again, it's nurturing, and again she's ambitious as well. So there's some more ambition in you. You're very sensitive with the Wands as well. So again, it's very proud, and you love children around you. I see that the Temperance is there to balance you up once again. So again, even though we've been tested a few times here, we need to do things in moderation, just like the Devil's tempting you there. It's addiction. Don't overdo things. Keep it moderate, because the cups are flowing there into you. So it's bringing good things to you, but in moderation. You're going to have a little bit of a restless time around you, sleepless nights, so a little bit of emotions around there, and I just feel a little bit stressed out with you at the moment. So something will keep you awake at night, and you're waking up, and I can see the hands there, so it's a sort, you feel a little bit, I would say, tearful as I'm looking at the card. It's making me draw to tears, but I do feel that don't draw things out of proportion. Don't let your mind run away with you and get anxiety up there. So don't stress out too much. Know that sometimes we can blow things out of proportion. But although I've got things happening, turning you around, and decisions and choices to be made, I also see that you'll stand your ground on anything that, and those things keeping you awake, you'll still stick to what you know, and you will stand your ground and knock every obstacle down. So maybe a tough challenge there, but you'll get there and you'll knock things down. You have my lovely King of Wands now. My King of Wands also can mean starts of new journeys. And nurturing once again, very ambitious king is the King of Wands, and likes to set goals, and setting goals but reaching them is the thing. And sometimes you've got to slow down, because reaching your goals, as we said, is about not doing it at other people's expense. So you're very ambitious and want to get where you are. So you've got a lot of things there, but you've got to nurture and be proud and look back. You're capable of anything. So note that again, because the King of Wands is a great card. You've got to make them choices wisely though, because everything that's appearing around you and keeping you awake and standing your ground there, but you've got to see that the ideas and choices, you have to choose wisely, because there can be things hidden from you. That's why, again, your little, maybe your thief in the night card is there. But also note that all these choices are yours, and the choices you're making, look wisely, because sometimes, although there can be hidden things within them cups, you've got to choose what you want upon this path, because things are not always as good as they appear to be. So remember that. Only take the good, what you need, leave the rest behind. Finances are going to be good, because we do have your card there that's the Four of Pentacles. And again, it's hanging on to things as well. They can hang on too tightly at times. But it is putting finances around you. So significant, we're looking under the good and keeping some under our feet, in our head, and we're balancing our finances around. So watch whether the money has to be kept close to you a little bit here as well. But I like the card because it can mean that you've worked hard for what you've got and you're placing the money around you at the same time. Your Wheel of Fortune will get you moving. Although sometimes you feel like you're up and you're down a little bit here with the wheel. It's about motivation. It's about moving. It's about getting going. You can be at the top 1 minute and at the bottom the next. But remember, it never stops. It keeps revolving and going round. But don't want you to feel like you're covering the same ground, but I feel like it's saying in your reading that you'll start to move things forward. You'll start to get there and see things getting a whole lot easier. Right, I will leave that with you, Pisces. I do hope you've enjoyed your reading. If you have, like and subscribe for me, or even leave me a comment. Feel free to do that. And I will join you in the coming week for your next reading. Thank you for listening.